13 News now at noon. 50 years ago, 11 women broke through the so-called stained glass ceiling and gave hope to Christian women everywhere. The Philadelphia 11 film tells their story, and it's coming to a theater in Norfolk. Here to tell us more, we have Reverend Dr. Jacqueline Soltys, Rector at the Rector at the Episcopal Church of the Good Shepherd. Thank you so much for being here.
Oh, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
We were talking a little bit about this story, and it really is truly fascinating, and the bigger narratives behind it are just, really incredible. Can you talk a bit about the Philadelphia 11 and what people, regardless of their religious background, can learn from this documentary?
Yeah. So this is an important question, and it's the whole reason we rented the Narrow, right? We could have shown this movie just at our own church,
right?
But we wanted to show it more broadly because, first of all, it's a great story. And if people are interested in seeing the trailer before they come, they can go to Philadelphia11film.com and see it there. It's really a compelling story. It's about 11 specific women who opposed the canons, the laws that were in place in the Episcopal Church at the time that only permitted men to become priests. And they did sort of a subterfuge. They were ordained illegally in Philadelphia. And this is their story of courage and perseverance, and also the costs that were incurred in their fight. It's really, I think, a bigger story. It's a story about the fight for respect and dignity and freedom. And it's not just women, it's not just priests who have that fight, but that fight is known to so many of us. And it's still going on today. It was interesting, if anyone reads the New York Times, just this morning, there was a story about how the Vatican has now taken the question of ordaining women off the table. Wow. There was a little while there, the Pope was making some noise about how they might ordain women as deacons, and now it's no longer under discussion. So this story is going on all the time, definitely for women in the Christian church, but for so many other people too.
Yeah, it's such a conversation. As you mentioned, there are so many different topics that will be addressed in this documentary, not just, again, about the Episcopalian Church, but you're talking about institutional change. You're talking about equality. You're talking about that push to, kind of fight for what you believe in and to take that stand amidst challenges. And you were telling me before, and I want to make sure people understand here, the documentary is by someone else, not necessarily involved with the church, but there's just such a push behind this documentary to get it out to the community because of those conversations that are happening in that documentary.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting that the woman who decided to make the film and made it is not even an Episcopalian.
Right.
So she found this a compelling enough story to tell. So, it's interesting. This is personal to me, obviously, because I couldn't do what I do without what these women did. Right. And I think that if there are other women, I know there will be other women clergy there. In fact, I've invited my female colleagues to be out front to welcome people in at the Narrow on Saturday morning. But for those women and those Episcopalians in the room, I think it might feel personal too. It'll feel like watching a home movie almost. But I think it's true. It's a true, deeply true story for all of us, for women and men and black and white and gay and straight, all of us who are interested in how to create change and to create more opportunity and freedom for the people who come after us. Because, like I said, I couldn't do what I do without the courage and perseverance of these women. And I think that's true for all of us. No matter who we are or what we're doing, we stand on the shoulders of the people who came before us.
Absolutely. And that's the key, is to know that history and to learn as much as you can about how the world is shaped today based on what happened 50 years ago at this point with the Philadelphia 11. You can check out this documentary again at the Narrow on Saturday, 10 a.m. You can check out this, head to this website, Philadelphia 11, and you can check with all the information surrounding this, as well as to check that trailer, just so you can get an idea of what's going on before you see the documentary on Saturday.
But you can't get the tickets there. So
tickets at the Narrow.
You can buy the tickets at the Narrow at 10 a.m. when you get there, or if you want to go online and buy them, you would go to goodshepherdnorfolk.org. That's the website of our church, and go to the events calendar, and there's a link there to buy tickets online.
Fantastic. Make sure you check that out. Wonderful information there. And thank you so much for coming here today.
Oh, thank you for having me.